All right, guys, it's Saturday, November 1st, 2025. I have the Camaro loaded up. Me and my brother and my dad are gonna go. I believe the city's called Paris, California, or Paris, however you want to say it. I've never been there, but they just recently opened up a 1/16th of a mile track, which is, I would believe, half of an eighth mile. So they opened that up because obviously Irwindale closed down. So we have the Camaro strapped up, loaded up, duly ready. Had to get a new tire for the front because I got a flat. But yeah, this is what I have done so far. Instead of the usual cog setup, we did a 10 rib setup with the biggest pulley just for now to see how everything reacts. I have the computer loaded up in the truck so we could data log and review, monitor some stuff. And then also new on the setup is a triple pump setup in the rear for fuel. We have 3 Hellcat fuel pumps in the rear. So yeah, let's see what it does today and wish us good luck. Gonna head out right now. Have the 360 cam also loaded up as well so we can get some runs in. And the cool thing about that track is you could also have a passenger inside, so I'm gonna be recording with my phone and with the 360 cam in the back. So yeah, wish us luck. Like, all right guys, we just got here. The city's called Paris, California. Camaro's all teched in, got the Insta 360 cam on, did a fresh oil change on it, changed the engine oil obviously. I recently changed the Pro Charger oil as well. New filter, new serpentine belt as well, because the old one that was on it, because when we switched over to the 10 rib setup, the belt length changed because I believe it uses a different bracket from the cog setup. So I did that, put a new belt, shorter belt, so it's good. New 10 rib belt, tension's good, bumpers back on. It's currently 11:43 or 44, so right now races are about to start. Here are all the cars, and stay tuned. I might include some of the Insta 360 footage once we start racing. And the cool thing about here is I could be in the passenger seat while my brothers drive, so let's see how it goes, guys. you have my phone? Is that recording? We were spinning. Hey, well, once I pedaled in, I let off. guys, it's the next day in the morning. Camaro made it back in one piece. I want to say in total we got, I want to say maybe 10 or 12 runs in. Keep in mind there's 16th of a mile runs, but I mean, hey, that's still quite a bit of runs, and we were going back to back to back. So for the future, what we're for sure going to want to do is the air to water intercooler, because our intake air temperatures were reaching 170, and I'm pretty sure with that, the stock ECU, I'm not sure if it will pull timing, but I'm pretty sure it was. But other than that, I mean, it was making 9.5 pounds of boost at most. Car felt great. Took out what, single turbo Mustang, Supras, 5th gen Camaro on nitrous, a whole bunch of things. We raced some big block 632 cars, 572 big block cars. But yeah, she made it back in one piece. Dooley did good pulling it. But that later on in the day, I'm gonna work on the C10. I'll record some of that. And yeah, guys, you guys are gonna see some more. I'm gonna end it off with the C10. Stay tuned. Alright guys, that wraps up this YouTube video for this weekend. As you guys saw, the bass tune on the C10, it now turns on. It idles with the pumps on, because I was struggling before when I made my own bass file where it wouldn't idle with the pumps on. It would idle, but you had to hold the throttle open, and when you would hold the throttle open, it would start running super rich. So now that I know I did everything right, with these plug wires I use from the old distributor system, I'm gonna redo the oil lines in the back for the turbos and the oil pressure sensor as well. And all I need to pretty much do is just bleed the brakes and fill up the differential fluid in the back, and go for my first test drive Saturday. If I don't work Saturday, but if I do work, I'm gonna try to work on it a little this Saturday if I work, and hopefully do my first drive around the block Sunday. And yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. Thanks for tuning in. I really appreciate you, and yeah,